Hi, I want to show off my new Tempestus Aquilons, which I've recently-ish finished. I finished them probably almost a month, not a month ago, but like a bit ago, I think, maybe a month ago. But I've just recently varnished them, before they used to be unprotected. I do like them. They're really cool models. Obviously, all the science, the equivalents of the science, I guess, are technically different. But like the Tempestus models, very cool, very detailed. But also they've got this trim issue, where they've got the Chaos Space Marine disease of having all this detail work to do. These are my traditional signs. You can see they've got all the stuff, all the details, and it's obviously. I like how they turned out, but it's also like it's a lot of work to paint them like this. So I thought I'd orient myself a bit on the JW paint scheme, but not quite. It's like the same vibe, but it's different. I thought no, I painted my normal science in Imperial Navy colors. So I thought these are the drop troops, so they could get what was the name I made up? Void Dagger, operatives with a dark scheme, so they can not be seen as well in if they drop onto a spaceship hull from the outside. Which, I mean, there's the breaches for actually doing that, which I'm also working on. But that was my vague canon idea. So yeah, I used a lot of speed paint or contrast type stuff on them, and I did. I know it's hard to see that now after the finished product, but I did a zenithal underneath, and then I put on a custom gray mix, which unfortunately I can't show off. So you gotta believe me. I put on a mix with some gray stuff, some transparent gray stuff on it, over it. Dry brushed this with this old army painter field gray. I don't. It's the old army painter colors. They're kind of bad, but I like them. They're not the best colors, but I managed to make them work, and I don't know. They feel good to work with. And then for the pauldrons, the armored parts, the black part, I just put on speed paint grim black, which worked really well with what was underneath. Then for the gold parts, I just used this hoplite gold speed paint. For the metal parts, this polished silver. I put on a dark shade, a GW 9 oil, I think, on the metal parts, and dry brush that with actually this Revel silver paint, which is I mean, I never heard something good about the Revel paint, but it's good for dry brushing, I guess. I haven't actually tried it for normal painting, but it worked for that. So that's still a lot of work, but it's a lot less than with this guy, and I really like the results. Obviously, that's not all of it. There's still the base. I also painted the tactical air conditioning unit, the tactical rock AC. I dry brushed that with one of those Vallejo effect, either rust or corrosion. I gotta be honest, I don't know the difference. I know there's supposed to be one. I mean, there's a slightly different tone, I guess, but I can never tell, and I don't know which is which. Like, if I wanted to replicate something, I wouldn't know. But they're really good I know people say there's better rust effects, and there surely are. But they're like dry brushing on stuff. It does look all rusty, all nice. And for the actual ground, I used this GW Astrogranite paste, which is that's probably a better, cheaper one, but it's what I got for now until I until I run out, I guess. I think there's like half or so left. I also used because they're supposed to go with my other military guard troopers, so I put on 50/50 the concrete stuff for the to fit with the debris, and the desert stuff to fit with the rest of the army, which makes them also pop out even more. And obviously, I didn't just do the paste. I put on some I think more nylon oil and dry brushed some more gray to make it pop out with it a bit more texture effect. But that's almost all of it. There's also the spooky ass evil eyes, which I did green here. I used to do them red in the other ones, but I just had this Vallejo fluo green on here, and I really like these shiny poppy colors. They don't have good coverage, but they get. But if you after you've done a few thin coats or even thick coats, they I love the results. So I did you know, the Void Dagger operative. They gotta have a night vision thing, so they got this and this ZZ panels there in green, which with a silver under it, obviously, because they don't have good coverage. So would be white. I think it might have been white, but I think it was just silver because I'm lazy and that's what I had on me anyway. And yeah, I also did some things like these little lenses on the helmets. Most of them have. I did them in red, just because to have. I guess because it's supposed to be like it's like the body cam, the evil imperial body cam. Yeah. I guess I put on some blue contrast for the plasma guns. I don't actually like plasma effects. I don't know. I mean, I guess I can like do some airbrush stuff, but I don't know. They honestly, I've started to think that not the airbrush, the plasma gun, it sticks out too much. It doesn't look cohesive to me to the rest of the guard units. I used to like them a lot, mostly for their being being definitely better than the normal less guns, which they still are, but I don't like the look anymore. I don't know. I've magnetized the chieftain here, the Aquila Prime, I think that's the name. I magnetized the arm, and I didn't do an effect on the the power sword either. I should probably do one. I will at some point, even though it's varnished already. But I can paint over it. But yeah, I don't know what to do. I thought about doing some like the other side, the sticky, the pointy bit, the round bit, have it glow, and the rest just some minor bluish, the same as the plasma contrast. But I'm not sure. I guess I've also magnetized these ones for the servo sentry, the totally not artificial intelligence, the totally not illegal abominable machine thingy, which also incidentally has another one of the red lenses, because they're supposed to be different types of lenses and camera stuff, so it makes sense. It's sensors and shit, and obviously you want different sensors to have much data, which traditionally we all know how efficient the Imperium is at processing data. So surely they can make a good use of having different sources of data to correlate, I guess. But yeah, that's what I did. I mean, I painted the whole of them. I do think I painted them quicker than the older Tempestus Science, and I do like the results. Obviously, if I get more Science, which I probably will get a couple more, a box or two maybe, I'll paint them my old style just so they fit together. But I'm also really happy with this, with what I did with these Aquilons. And I haven't really, I mean, they're complicated minis, so it's not like a fast style, but like it's the fastest I've managed, and I think it's quite presentable. And so yeah, I guess you can try to replicate it. I know the big part, the grey undercoat, I haven't actually been able to show what I did with it. So yeah, I'm very sorry about that. But I mean, it's not like I don't copy anything one to one if I use inspiration. So feel inspired by me. You know what works with them, and I do think the scheme, which is mostly but not entirely based off the GW one, works really well. Like I wouldn't say use these exact colors. I use these. I started to like these Speed Paint 2.0 ones, but you can probably just use contrast or what's the Vallejo one, Express Color, or any of the other contrast equivalents, if there's any more. I'm not actually sure. There's at the local store here. There's only Citadel Color, Army Painter, and Vallejo. So these are the ones I'm familiar with. Everything else is hypothetical hearsay for me. But yeah, I guess what you really want is one of the true equivalents for the eyes, because they do really work as a highlight, and I do think you need one of those. I don't know how they work, but they work well. One of those, and I know it's not just value having them, but I guess you could probably also do these GW gem or lens technical ones. And I know there's a green one too, which I think is just a similar paint to that, but I think it's slightly less bright, with some varnish mixed in, if I understand it correctly. So you get the effect in one, even though I might be wrong. I've never actually used them, but that's what it seems to me from me. But yeah, I'm quite proud of it. I guess I didn't say what the skull is painted, but you probably. I mean, if you're doing anything Imperial, you gotta have something to use the omnipresent skulls on. So and it's not like it's pretty hidden away. So you actually have to do a lot of stuff with it. But yeah, as I said, really happy how they all turned out. Really happy with the scheme. It just works very well, and yeah, if you hopefully you have as much success as I have replicating it. If you're looking to do a faster stuff for your Aquilons, and I mean if you're anything like me, there are so many cool kill team kits. Like they all look too cool. Sometimes they even have cool rules. Although to be honest, I like kill team, but it's a bit of even it's a good rule set, but it's also a bit overwhelming, especially the bigger teams like like these ones. They've got like 11 operatives, I guess, with this little fella, and half of them have special rules and stuff, and then they've got all the other rules. They drop. Obviously, they've got this, which I guess I haven't actually done anything drop effect wise, which I thought about, but like I don't know. I didn't think about what a good color is, and they are supposed to be to have dropped already. I think some of them are very obviously in the process of dropping. Like this one, I could have done something there, but I want them to look uniform. I don't want them to stick out, and I guess maybe this guy already deactivated their shoot. This is one is the melter one too, so a very important operative. I did a bit of kit bashing, so I in the instruction you don't get taught how to do both the melter and the plasma one. Obviously you want both. Like if you they took a slight bit of kit bashing and knife work, but not very hard. You probably, I mean, it depends on what you want to do with them. I guess in 40K you can only use one. In Kill Team you can use a whole Kill Team. I am probably going to use it more in 40K than Kill Team, because it's got pretty decent rules. I think it's 100 points for a 6-inch deep strike, and they've got these solid guns, they've got assault, so they can run, even though that doesn't matter right away after they deep strike, and my deep strikers tend to all die anyway. They do something, they probably score secondary, they kill like 5 guys, because I never roll well with my elite units. I don't have Kazakin. Also, when I proxied them once, I can confirm they are as overpowered as everyone says. But my traditional, my Tempestus elite units, unfortunately never do much. Maybe these ones do more. They've got the extra firepower at least. With I drilled the barrel, by the way. I did the triad thing. I finally started doing that. And I guess that means they've got at least some extra firepower. Obviously, they've got the hotshot carbines. Actually, they've got the more mobile ones, the plasma or melter gun, and then this flamer or hotshot volley gun. I love volley guns, so I'm usually gonna have it as a volley gun, even if it's not gonna actually be the best one, just because it feels the most fun. Like I just like it. I guess it's what the multi-laser ought to be honest. Like the destructive, rapid firing super laser weapon. It's not super laser. We also have the las cannon, but for the infantry, for the humble lasman, for the humble guardsman or woman facing one of these hotshot volley guns in a corridor or even in a trench, it's gonna be like horrifying. You're gonna be torn apart. So that's why I like them, and they fit in best with the whole aesthetic. Oh, actually, since I'm already tweaking out rules, one thing I really don't like about the 40K rules, there's this grenadier with with this comical amount of bandoliered grenades on, and obviously this big melter bomb. And they didn't give them mortal wounds in 40k like the Creek Grenadiers get, and the Kazakhstan, which have basically a similar type of bomb. I guess there's this more of a charge that you can stick on something. But still, big bomb should give mortals. But whatever, it's not a bad data sheet. And to be honest, if it gave mortals, it would probably get some dumb nerf, because GW is kinda bad at balancing guard. So yeah, but anyway, that's enough rambling. This is my. Hope you had fun watching this video, and happy painting, I guess.